Okay, scholars, we're going to look at a punctuation today in our lesson. We're going to look at colon. The colon, as you know, is that dot that sits on top of the other dot right here. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to use colons correctly in sentences. Okay? So there are two scenarios when we use a colon in our sentences. Scenario one, items in a series. Think of items in a series as a list of nouns. So we've got an independent clause, then a colon, and a list of nouns. Or you have scenario two. We use colons to join two independent clauses. Independent clause, colon, independent clause creates a new larger sentence. Let's deal with scenario one. Items in a series. When we use colons, they should be able to pass one or two tests. Test one, if I were to take that colon out of the sentence and replace it with the word namely, and that sentence reads grammatically correct, then we've used the colon correctly. However, test two, a little more easier to understand, and it's a quicker test. If there is an independent clause or a complete sentence before the colon, then we can use the colon. So we've got a light bulb here. If the light bulb turns on, then we know that we've used this colon correctly. So here's my test question. Test sentence. I play so many sports, colon, basketball, football, and track. Let's take the colon out and put namely in for test one. I play so many sports, namely basketball, football, and track. That sounds okay to me. And then my go-to test, my test two, I play so many sports. Is that an independent clause before the colon? Yes, that is the correct usage of a colon. This sentence is grammatically correct. I will give you another test sentence. Be sure to bring, colon, a pencil, paper, and a calculator. Let's do test one. Be sure to bring, namely, a pencil, paper, and a calculator. Not so much. And then it really fails test two, right? Be sure to bring is not a complete sentence. So be sure to bring a pencil, paper, and a calculator would make a far better sentence because that is grammatically correct. And then scenario two, two independent clauses. The scholar reads many genres. They read historical fiction, Afrofuturism, and horror. That is a correct sentence, okay? Cool. Two independent clauses. The scholar reads many genres is a complete sentence. They read historical fiction, Afrofuturism, and horror. That is a complete sentence. We can use the colon here. However, in this scenario, it's more common to use a semicolon or a comma with a conjunction or just a period. So, there are many different ways to combine two independent clauses. Now let's practice some, okay? I want you to read the sentence, and I want you to decide yes or no if the usage of the colon is grammatically correct. And if not, you have to edit the sentence so that it is grammatically correct. I'm going to do the first two with you. For A, my top three holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Mother's Day. Is that grammatically correct? No. No, it is not. The colon does not make this a grammatically correct sentence. Why? It did not pass test two. My top three holidays is not a complete sentence. I would change this to read my top three holidays are Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Mother's Day. And what about B? He kept repeating, I really want that car. Is that grammatically correct? Yes, it is. He kept repeating, namely, I really want that car. That sounds a little odd if we were using test one, but it does pass test two. And a colon can appear before quotations. Okay? So I would like you to do the rest of these sentences, read them, decide yes or no. If no, make that sentence grammatically correct. You may begin.